Alright, welcome back to Game Chronicles Live Plays Tesla Effect. We're wrapping up day 2 of Texas Journey here. We've just arrived at the beach house in Monterey. Following up on some clues. Let's see what happens.
Now that was a terrible year for wine. Nothing I can use. Well, this looks cheap. Well, that might come in handy. Reminds me of the time I tried to cook meatloaf. Must be a Barry Bonds baseball. It's got an asterisk on it. A collector's edition of Matt Cubase Tyler baseball card. I wouldn't dare thieve that. Well, this looks cheap. Who sells seashells by the seashore? Staring at this picture is more exciting than watching a game of baseball. The soothing, sultry siren song of a red cat. Yeah, just some books.
Okay, so what did we actually pick up there?
Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles. Who sells seashells? Who sells seashells by the seashore? Yeah, just some books. Yeah, just some books. Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. Now that's my kind of book. Boy, I try not to look directly into a mirror because it's kind of bad for my self-esteem. A remembrance of a much simpler time. Keep out of reach of children. Oh, banana flavor. Oh, I always put out fresh towels for my guests. I mean, if I had any. Yeah, I believe that's a towel. Yeah, rub-a-dub-dub. Let's see, that says B-A-B. Oh, bath. Tsunami! Tsunami!
Okay.
No bidet? Sick. Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Gumdrops and lollipops. I'll put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance.
Whoa.
Delicious jams.
That looks like something... Really?
Really? They found someone to eat this crap?
Huh. Totally looks like something I should be picking up.
That's a terrible place for a petri dish. This coffee's been out here for days. Never, ever stick your hand in a toaster. Yep, that's a sink. Tasty. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Fine feast for mice. Most of the stuff's expired. It's no good to me without alcohol. I've always learned the hard way that the stove gets hot. There must be something I can eat around here. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. I really should look into getting a kitchen for my apartment.
Always feel like I'm cheating when I break out the flashlight.
That might come in handy. Well, judging by all this fiber, the owner has digestive issues. I think that's upside down.
Guess we'll head upstairs. Ah, wait, what's back here? Aha.
Nice. Pillaging must be one of their hobbies. Pillaging must be one of their hobbies.
Okay. One, two, three. So I need to find all those cards. I've only got like 3 now, I think.
Yeah, that's about the only sailboat I could afford. There's just no accounting for good taste. Wrong form of its. Come on, people. No, that's not important. Oh, sure, that seems impressive. But I bet you it wasn't nearly as difficult as obtaining my PI license from an entire summer of night school. Oh, I don't think a lot of studying went on in here with that flat-screen TV on the wall. There's a past due notice here.
You're late, you bum!
Note to self, check and make sure I made my speeder payment. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, if you know what I mean. This is just to trick people into thinking you read a lot. This is just to trick people into thinking you read a lot. Now I could use that. There's just no accounting for good taste. Yeah, that's about the only sailboat I could afford. No, that's not important. No, that's not important.
You sure?
No, that's not important.
Oh, wait a minute. There.
Sulfuric acid. You better be careful with this.
Sulfuric acid.
This frame needs 9 baseball cards.
Uh-huh. And how many do I have?
This frame needs 9 baseball cards. Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles. Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles.
Doesn't tell me how many I have. Alright, now we're going to go over the rest of the house with a fine-tooth flashlight. Oh yeah, we still haven't been upstairs yet. I totally got sidetracked. Alright, stop panicking about baseball cards and...
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Sleep with a Swedish Fish. Put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. Perfect place to keep a midnight snack. Just looking at these makes me tired. Perfect place to keep a midnight snack. Oh man, I hate retro things. Oh, perfect for watching someone while they sleep.
Creepy.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm gonna be very upset. If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm gonna be very upset.
Whoa. Oh, wow. Is it the clock? Yeah, it's not on set numbers.
Gross. This bowl is full of fruit. Yeah, just some books. Well, no big bad wolf will be getting in here. Well, I see they like to keep things hot in the bedroom. An old Zoom portable music device. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me one of these while all the other kids were getting iPads and iPods. I remember just how I felt that day. Wonder what happened to it. Oh yeah. Now I remember. If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh, we got sparkly.
Now I could use that. Let's just plant.
really wish it would tell me. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a times button on there. I can times 5. So I have to find 4 more. Holy cow! Where am I going to find 4 more? Four more baseball cards. Whoa, wait a minute. There we go.
Baseball card? Used to collect these as a kid. Now I collect past due notices. Well, there's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered her part of the family anyway.
Okay.
This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer.
Uh-huh.
This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer.
So how do we open it? Ah. There we go.
Hello.
And
Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue.
don't think that was baseball cards. Let's find out here. Nope.
Seems Mason was treating someone with serious facial deterioration.
And passages hello. 43556. 43556. Four, 3, 5, 5, 6. Holy cow, there we go. Welcome to day 3. Fast and the Curious. Nice.
Hoping to find more information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual, and she's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze. What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression. It got to be too much.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help us much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way, I believe has been abducted.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
Way to charm the ladies there, Tex.
I have my doubts about Ariel Bauer's motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
Hubba, hubba. Whew. Is it hot in here, or did my internal fan just crash?
Well, it feels like I'm being played for a sap.
Oh, come on. She's just getting ready to play the field. I'd like to bring her over for a debugging session.
Okay, enough. Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. Well, it's a microscope, and you'd need one of these just to see Rook's sense of humor. Unfortunately, it's not the Tunnel of Love. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. This cabinet needs a 3-digit code to open.
Of course it does.
Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. This table? A little small for my taste. Nothing I can use. Man, that is so cool. My business card? How did Mason Bowers get this? Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You have a fax.
If I found a flash drive, I could connect it to the video screen. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books.
You have a fax.
Well, I wonder what's on this little device.
Well, let's find out.
You have a fax.
Long-lasting memories are created through a process of consolidation, which is based on the formations of protein in the brain. Thus, memories, particularly painful ones, are formed by these unstable proteins, making them easily identifiable and removed with a combination of drugs and behavior therapy, ensuring memory elimination. Of course, there are those who do not believe that the benefits of memory modification outweigh the risks. They warn that eliminating memories, one could significantly alter a person's personality, their history.
There you go, Tex.
Oh, a fancy device that wipes your memories. Useful technology. I see applications for anyone who ever went out with you or read the Twilight series.
Oh,
Little
nice.
mercy here for the victim, all right? Why would Bowers want to erase my memory?
Alright, where's this fax machine at that's driving me up a wall?
Nothing I can use.
Oh, shut the door.
facts?
Oh, what's this? Jeez,
Looks
hide
like
in the...
Carlos Maldonado was trying to get a hold of Mason about someone named Margaret Leonard. Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers.
Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books.
Okay, so...
Yoink.
Wait, I don't want... Will that not... Oh no, it's sparkle if I can take it. Okay, so... How many is that? 7. Need 2 more. And a 3-digit code.
Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance.
Okay. Oh, the Petri dish. We never looked at that.
This Petri dish is encrusted with all sorts of gunk. I'll need to clean it off to see what's underneath here.
Ah. Acid. And...
I gotta admit, sometimes when you play God, things turn out okay.
Okay.
Something very tiny is written at the bottom of this Petri dish. I'll need some help reading the inscription.
Magnifying glass. Ah, here we go. Come on. Yes. 670. So the game's not terribly hard as long as you're thorough.
That's interesting. Nothing I can use. Something tells me the doctor got a lot of toothaches.
Okay.
This anatomy books. Used only for medical research purposes, I'm sure.
Double check and make sure that's... That is the worst font. Yes, that is an 8. Even on a 60-inch TV, I can't read that from the sofa. Alright, here we go. I feel like I should
Unfortunately, it's not the Tunnel of Love.
Can I turn it on?
Unfortunately, it's not the Tunnel of Love.
Alright, flashlight time. We're missing one baseball card, and then we could do So let's go look at the rest of the house. Alright. Here we go. What's this?
Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
Hey, buddy! Do you know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron? Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll keep these in case I have a smoking emergency.
Okay. There's another sparkly over here. Yes.
That's interesting.
All right. That would be all 9. Okay. So what? This is not big picture mode friendly when I have to get up and get 5 inches from my TV to read this stuff. Okay, what are we trying to do here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're all numbered. So we just put them in order. Two seems too obvious. 3, 4, 5. Whoa, what? 6, 8, 7, 9. Okay. So So is it a math puzzle? So 9. Do all rows have to equal 9? No, because there's... Oh yeah, 6 and 3. No, that's not going to work. Oh wait, 17? So everything has to equal 17? Alright, I have no patience for stupid puzzles without instructions, so we're going to go to a hint. is the hint system here? There we go.
I need each of the 3 rows to total 17 in all directions using the numbers found on the baseball cards.
Each of the 3 rows. All right.
I need each of the 3 rows to total 17 in all directions using the numbers found on the baseball cards.
Yeah.
I thought so.
We're just gonna skip that puzzle because it did not look like fun.
Pawn Weekly may be even sadder than that Cat Weekly magazine. Lots of cash. The drawer inside this safe needs 2 additional cards. Whatever's in here must be so important that Mason Bowers keeps both the cards with him at all times. The drawer inside this safe needs 2 additional cards. Whatever's in here must be so important that Mason Bowers keeps both the cards with him at all times.
So are we done? If we can't get into that drawer without Mason. Hate to burn through another hint, but I don't know if we should leave or not. So a baseball card puzzle, pick up, examine weekly magazine. Oh, just didn't examine that magazine. I already got everything else. Alright, that was my stupidity. Alright, so look at the magazine.
Looks like Bowers was interested in some Nikola Tesla artifacts from Rook's pawn shop.
Okay.
Well, that won't work.
So I guess we're going to Rick's pawn shop. We also have to go back and get our jump drive. That was decrypted. Chandler Avenue.
I better drop by the barbecue joint and see how that dweeb Mojo's doing.
Maybe he's decrypted that memory stick.
Yeah, about time, too. I need a new lead on this case.
So anything going on in here? No messages on the vid phone. Check out our comic book collection. We should be getting over halfway done. Oh yeah, we're doing good. So we have to go to Rook's and we have to go to the barbecue shack.
Inspector Burns finally opened his own barbecue joint. I bet it...
So, your memory stick's all ready to go. Now, what do you give me for it?
How about an autograph? You have the only one.
You think I'm gonna solve your case for free just because you're my idol? No, The great Tex Murphy wouldn't lift a finger without compensation. Neither will I.
Well, I was going to offer you a very special junior detective badge.
I don't want some stupid little Orphan Annie ring. I want a memento from one of your cases. Something one of a kind.
I don't have anything like that. My apartment's practically empty. Even if I did, how do I know what's on the memory stick is even worth anything anyway?
You know how your cases always have 100 loose ends, and you need that one missing piece to tie it all together?
It's not always like that.
This could be that one missing piece. Mr. Murphy, you need this.
Yeah, well, I'm all out of action figures, so now what?
Do you remember that sicko who was going around with a liquid nitrogen freeze gun, shooting people and then smashing them? The press called him the Nitro Stalker. You got involved, and the cops finally found him a few weeks later, smashed into a million pieces.
You think I did that?
Everybody knows you were behind that bit of freeze-dried justice. The freeze gun was never found, and I'm betting you took it. I'll trade you the memory stick straight up for it.
Free. Jeez. Okay.
All right. But please be aware that Inspector Burns Corporate will be hearing about your shoddy customer service.
Don't know.
I wonder who'd know about that stupid freeze gun around here.
Pawn shop.
We need to talk.
Oh, do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
Well, it's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
You know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else? Well, the freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.
Uh-oh. Okay, so no...
Like I always say, you can take a bomb out of a dumpster, but you'll never get a dumpster out of a bomb.
Okay.
Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. Lovely. Oh, she may have come by here. I can't be sure.
So we're looking for Morlock hunters.
Not
Guess we'll
again.
talk to this guy.
You're gonna get me fired. Or worse. Can't help you with that. That guy's a go-getter. Why don't you get him to answer these questions? I don't know what it is they're serving in there, but it sure as hell ain't barbecue. That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by the other day and checked out our selection. Took her about 2 seconds to realize it was all crap, so she seemed to know her stuff.
Okay. We're running out of clues for the vigilant. Or the Morlock hunters.
It's real good having you stop in more regular. How can I help you? You got me there, wife.
Okay.
That Clint's really come up in the wild. Though I still hide the chocolate cake when he drops by. I don't want him falling back into his, old ways.
Guess we'll go talk to Holly. She's the only one left. Unless something else has opened up. Ah, we got the guy at the Ritz, too. Uh-oh, they took our bill. We can't talk to him.
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here.
Ah, Rusty's is open now.
O Lord, we beseech thee, give us strength, courage, protection.
Yeah, these guys look like Morlock hunters.
Hail, fellow countrymen. We are ready to begin our quest. Hunting the dreadful night beast.
Mm-hmm.
Make haste. Sorry, Tex, we gotta run.
Farewell, Sir Larry, Curly, and Moe. I'll be sure to tell Snow White you're gonna be late for breakfast.
Ooh, now this place is cool. A nerdy 7th grader's paradise.
Yeah, every weapon you'd ever need to be a level 85 World of Warlord chieftain. It's a key to a padlock. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. Fool me once, rubber spaghetti, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yikes. No novelty toys in here. Only real weaponry. Whoa. I feel like I just missed the Fellowship before they headed off to Mordor. Yep, that's not diet.
Yes.
Gross. No one's ever removed this thing since the incident? Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're on. Ow! Yep.
Uh-huh. That would be a padlock, and I have a key.
That was a waste of time. Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only.
Do I have to come at it from the other side? That would be annoying.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I was thinking I was going to open this thing.
Ah, poor Rusty. I knew him well.
I don't think I should be. No, alright. Well. Huh. How to get the memory stick, how to find, how to access Rusty's water tower. Well, if they went to the roof, and we need to get to the roof, it's probably going to use our zip line. So there's the water tower. That's... how do we get up there? A ladder? Nope.
It's a padlock key.
That doesn't open a padlock. So let's go talk to Holly.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing? Not a clue.
Yeah, it's always nice to see your face, Holly.
It's a 3 cards to midnight shop.
Okay, time to get a hint. Seriously, they expect me to read that from 10 feet away when they don't even put a dark background on it. Pick up padlock key. Travel back. Padlock on seat. What? I didn't even see a padlock ceiling panel. Alright. Just because they're trying to make a 90s retro game doesn't mean they have to make it as stupid as a 90s retro game. Ah! Oh, to roof, I get it. The arrow points up instead of for the door. So...
This needs a key.
Yeah, because I can reach it from down here. Okay, whatever. We'll play your game.
I see they put Rusty's zip line back in place. How convenient.
Had this since the beginning of the game. Finally get to use it. Okay.
No way! A freeze gun? This is definitely your coolest case ever.
No pun intended.
With freeze guns, the puns are always intended. Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Please, have mercy.
I'm afraid my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
I'm gonna find a way to turn you off, I swear.
You're not sending me to the cooler. Cool party? Fine, I'm done.
Thank God.
Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it is the chilling sound of your doom.
Let's just get this thing back to Mojo.
You got it, didn't you? The Nitro Stalker freeze gun. So cool. My internet group is gonna be so jealous.
Listen, kid. We kind of keep this on the down low. If the cops find out I gave this to you, I'm probably gonna lose my license.
You can count on me. And I've already forgotten what was on that memory stick. Lips are zipped.
Good enough. And, by the way, that doesn't work.
Alright, so we have the memory stick.
We may only get one chance, Carlos, so I wanted to go over the plan one more time. If Margaret shows up at the Ritz, call me immediately. If I'm delayed, detain her. We have to assume she won't give up the egg voluntarily, but I want to talk to her first. You know why I've given you the cryo chamber. But that has to be the very last resort. And if anything happens to me, I'll need you to contact a friend of mine. Keep it safe until I retrieve it.
Well, it sounds like Mason and Margaret had a major disagreement. I need to locate both of them and get to the bottom of this. I decide to head back to my office to sort things out.
Hey, cowboy. Any memories coming back yet?
Not so far, but something tells me I might be missing out on some really good ones.
That's solid detective work.
So... were we dating?
Dating? Oh, that's so cute. I guess you can call it that. But we were also working together in a more professional capacity.
Well, now my detective skills are picking up a little sarcasm.
Seriously, cowboy. You're good. I've learned a lot working with you the past couple weeks.
Let me get this straight. You and I were working on a case together? Do you mind telling me about that?
Not at all. You wanted a list of tenants here at the Ritz as far back as I could go.
Why would I do that?
It was your dreams. They were vivid before, but they were getting out of control. It's almost like they were changing you into someone else. You talked about seeing things from the past, but you wouldn't give me details. You were incredibly stressed. It was like you actually believed this apartment was haunted. You even started looking into psychometry.
Psycho what?
Psychometry. It's the belief that an object can contain a person's energy or memories.
So, not only am I an amnesiac, but I'm a paranormal idiot. Great.
Sounds crazy, I know. But then we found out about Donnelly.
Who?
J.T. Donnelly. It was the most bizarre thing. I'd heard you mention the name in your sleep. But then, his name turned up when I checked out the previous tenants.
So who is this guy?
He's a private investigator, a real old-school brute. He worked for some powerful, influential people, but then he disappeared around 1943. His last known address was here.
San Francisco.
No, here, at the Ritz in this exact apartment.
Okay, that's a little bizarre.
It gets bizarrier. You called me one night, raving like a lunatic, saying the walls were talking. I rushed over and found holes smashed in the wall, and you curled up on the floor in a ball.
Well, I'm glad to hear I haven't changed that much.
You wouldn't tell me what had happened. But after that, you wouldn't sleep here. That's when you got your new place and started to sleep there.
Hold on. I have another place?
Yes, you do. And it's even nicer than here.
This is all crazy. I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight just to see whether it affects me in the same way.
Do you want some company?
Listen, Taylor, I'm beginning to see what the other me saw in you. But in my head, it's still 2043. I've got to tell you, there was somebody else.
Chelsea, I know. I know how much she meant to you, Tex.
Losing her was traumatic as hell for you. But she's gone. And there's nothing you can say or do or don't do that's gonna bring her back. Do you feel that?
I sure do.
I'm alive. And that's my heart. It's yours if you want it. And it comes with all the other bits.
Well, I think it's time for the big sleepover. I'll make popcorn.
I'll pitch the tent.
Six hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Somebody once said, you can't change the past, only the course you're on. And that's what I intend to do. It's time for me to take my ship in a new direction. Being with Taylor last night felt comfortable. She accepted me as I am. Maybe I had to accept myself in the same way. Still, I know I'm in the middle of something sinister, and I've got to deal with it. I've got to find a way to get my recent memory back. Then I can go forward and start a new day. As Taylor was leaving, she slips me a key to a place called the Resort. Said it might provide some insights about myself over the last few years. She wasn't kidding.
Ah, this must be my second apartment.
Nitro case shattered? By Tex Murphy? When did I become an attention seeker? These watches are worth a small fortune. Black leather gloves? Wait a second. I'm pen pals with Big Jim Slade.
Oh, I totally forgot about Big
I
Jim
don't
Slade.
think I like what I'm discovering about the last 7 years.
Nice.
Emily? Oh, man. I hope she's doing this to get through school.
Ooh, okay. 3-digit code. Yeah, okay, back at it. Wait, no. Just gotta be quit. I don't, oh, okay, there we go.
I'm hoping this isn't mine.
Okay, I don't see... Time to bring out the flashlight. Those aren't opening.
That is an intimidating knife.
Aha, finally.
When I think of women in my past who were black book quality, Regan Madsen from my Pandora case always comes to mind.
Well, I suppose you've already sat in my chair and beaten my porridge, too.
Took you long enough. I thought I was gonna have to stir it in by myself. I hope you don't mind I made myself comfortable. And I'm very comfortable.
Yeah. You look it.
How long does it take you to smoke that cigarette?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
She was vicious, mean, nasty, and rotten to the core. I still think fondly of her. Maybe I should go get checked out at a medical clinic for reasons other than my head injury.
Wait, what? 16.9. So 169. One, 6, 9. What? Six, 3, 5. Oh, wait. So 16 times 9. $144.
Where did I get this kind of money? Did I really turn into a gun-for-hire mercenary that everybody's afraid of?
There's something about this setup that just feels wrong. Like advanced mind manipulation. This place is littered with items to make you think you're someone you're not. We already know they injected you with a trance inducer. They're pulling the strings to deceive you into doing something for them.
Yeah. Okay. Sure we've done everything. I don't know what else there is to do here. I have to go back to Chandler Avenue. Okay, so back to Chandler Avenue.
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. He ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Awesome.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Last I saw you, you were on some tropical island hiding out from the NSA.
Okay, like I told you before, I wasn't hiding. I was relaxed. So, and of course, you don't even remember talking to me, do you? Let me see where you got hit. Yowza!
You really back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ooh. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place, and I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
So, did I happen to tell you anything about the case I'm working on?
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. If you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all the way.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder, I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers, Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard, she's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola! The cough drop?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil, the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So are we almost to the part about Margaret Leonard?
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943 when the FBI just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cash just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets
Margaret Leonard.
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married. I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. And after that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cache since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. That's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. You know, in 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, you know, a death ray, you know, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cash. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that.
Oh, there's a laundry list of stuff to talk about.
The Tesla cash is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it? He died like 40 years ago and either left the Tesla cash with Margaret Leonard or somebody else, or he took it to the grave. I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years. No, both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact. Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters. Don't know about that. My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn. Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh? He's not very friendly, is he? Yeah. Oh, that's the Hollow Babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were. I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years.
Yeah, no kidding.
I eat at the Brew and Stew all the time. You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case, you know, the NSA and all that. You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere. Seems nice. And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me.
Alright, that's pretty much everything there needs to be said.
As I leave, Archie hands me an old photograph of Margaret Leonard. Maybe someone else on Chandler will recognize her from the picture. I wonder if anyone else on Chandler Avenue has seen Margaret Leonard.
Well, I guess we go up and down the street and find out. Oh, we're closed. Can't bother him.
Still can't believe I'm working with the one and only Tex Murphy. What can I do for you, sir? That's the witch. At least that's what I call her. A couple times I've seen this old lady sneaking around the neighborhood.
Okay.
Whatever you need, Mike, just ask. Oh, I know this little lady. Haven't seen her around in quite a while, but she used to come in pretty regular. I think she lived at the Ritz, at least for a time.
Uh-huh.
She and Chelsea were real friendly. Pretty sure her name wasn't Margaret Leonard, though. At least that ain't the name she told me. I know you was having bad dreams way back when. But I didn't hear nothing else about him after, you know, the thing with Chelsea happened.
Okay, so the Ritz is the place to go. And the bell's back. Amazing how that comes out when we
You
need
were
it.
looking for me earlier. I wasn't here.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Well, it's not like you're gonna just sit around here waiting for me to ask questions, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't be very realistic, would it? So what can I do for you?
You recognize the woman in this photo?
Oh, nice. I think I saw her in a playbook from 1996. Is this your girlfriend?
What a douche.
Not yet, but I'd like to take her out for dinner and drinks, and well, then we'd go from there.
I'm just kidding about this woman being your girlfriend. She's actually mine. No, I'm kidding again. This is Margaret Leonard. She's had a room here at the Ritz forever. She used to live here, but I haven't seen her in years. So, she may not be here anymore, but she auto-pays her rent. So it's all good.
Any chance you can get me into her apartment?
Not a chance in hell. I let her install her own security system, just like you, except hers is a real one. I can't tell you which apartment it is, but you won't get in without a passcode or a personal invitation. Maybe I could try to help you with something else. I'll bet she was something back in the day. Way back in the day. All I know about her is she's got a room here. I hardly ever see her, so I don't know when she's here and when she isn't. Can't help you with that.
They need to take that freeze gun off the list. I've already found it and given it away. So I know which apartment's hers. It's got a keypad, but I have no idea what the code would be.
Sapphire, eh? That sounds like a fun new neighbor. Well, this is a flashy new neighbor.
See, there's that bloody handprint.
Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Yeah, needs a key.
Those guys are gone. Don't know if Holly's going to be any help.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing? Sorry, I don't know a lot of people, except the ones that come in here.
I don't think there's anything left to ask him about.
You know, Murph, I think we make a great team. What can I do for you? That's the most recent photo of Margaret Leonard I could find. Like I said, she's been out of circulation for a while.
Good evening, ladies and charms.
What in the world is
I'm
this?
your entertainer tonight, Mr. Franco Spinoza. I'm going to be playing that I know you'll love. Listen to this one. Hot and cold, it's what does to me. Hot and cold, the shower sprays on me. La la, hey, la la la, to hell with it.
Yeah, that's horrible. Wow, there's just no clue pointing to where to go next. Hate to get a hint, but really I just... Tesla... Wait, Tesla book? Alright, see that? Is Rook's open? Because it was closed the last time I walked by. And now it's open. Jeez. I gotta start looking before I go to the hint system.
I've been thinking, Murphy, perhaps I should confide something to you.
Oh, this should be good.
You believe Maldonado is spying on you. But it could have been someone else.
Not Margaret Leonard by any chance.
How did you know?
Do the words P.I. mean anything to you?
Margaret may be in grave danger. I've tried to contact her, but to no avail.
Gosh, if only we knew someone with some detective skills. Do you know how to get into her apartment?
No, but she may have left a clue. Some time ago, she left this in my care. It's for you.
Me?
She wanted you to have it in case anything happened. I met Margaret years ago. She was a woman of secrets. I have an interest in Tesla collectibles, so yes, I've heard of it. And no, I don't know where you could find it. I met Margaret years ago.
Okay.
She was a woman of secrets.
Wait, what? Oh, is this Sudoku? So 10, 15. So this would have to be 6. Okay. That's 15. Oh, this is easy then. So then 9, 10, so this has to be 5. 4, 5, 7, so this has to be 8. Okay. So now we go back to her place. In the Ritz.
As I walk in the bathroom, I realize there's something wrong here. Something terribly wrong.
Oh.
Well, I think I found Margaret Leonard. Well, most of her.
Well, she wouldn't fit if you didn't cut her head off.
Was she blind when she picked these out? It's a business card for someone named Count Saint Germain. Looks like Margaret Leonard had a video journal. I'll need to find a memory stick to use on the vid player to watch them.
Wait, don't I have one of those? Oh, no, probably not. Wait, what is... what? Okay, I have no idea. Okay, I see. So there is a little... There's the white line. Okay. There's the white line there. Nope. Really? So then all white lines facing inward, maybe. Not a clue. There's only one. Yeah, only one line per wheel. Yeah, alright, this, yeah. Again, if they're not even going to give me a hint.
There are 12 positions for each of the flowers on the box. I wonder if there's something around here that could help me out.
Oh, well, great. So they would let me try and solve it without having all the facts. Wonderful. Uh-huh. So like yellow, green, white, red. Is that a daisy? Yeah. Jan- Alright, let's do this. Take a picture of it with my phone here so I can see it while we're doing the puzzle. Flashlight off. Okay. Head over to the puzzle. So that's 1. That plant is September, so that would be 9. The white one is April, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the red is June. So 6. Okay, that's pretty clever. I'll give him that.
It's a picture of someone named Mantis. It's a picture of someone named Mantis.
Yeah, okay.
What's this?
Is that a jump drive? Yes.
I wonder what Margaret kept on here.
Go back to the phone, use the jump drive.
The dream that Charles and I shared has become a nightmare. I wanted to believe, so it was easy to deceive myself, and to know that I have helped to bring it to pass is more than I can bear. I gave them everything, except for the key to it all. I must find the egg before they do. I have long suspected that Tex is a vital piece to the puzzle. His connection to Donnelly preceded the neural experiments. His coming to Chandler Avenue, a norm among mutants, to the Ritz, and even into Donnelly's same apartment. That was not coincidence. Was it fate, or something else that drew Tex here? It was right here all the time. Under our noses, Tex has found the Tesla egg. Mason believes Tex is with us and will help us against the translator. But I have my suspicions. I think we need to get the egg away from him. I wish I had the courage to destroy the egg. I just can't let go of hope. With the egg gone, the threat would likely be eliminated, but so would the glorious future we envisioned. I want to try one more time, and until I know one way or the other, I'm entrusting the egg to the only person I know who would die to defend it. The one who prays.
I was working with Margaret Leonard and Mason Bowers in neural experiments? What's my connection with J.T. Donnelly and the egg found in my wall? Why would she steal it from me and entrust it to someone else? The one who prays.
Well, nice to know that Leave It to Beaver's mom is still finding work after all these years. Okay, so I think we...
Well, hello, boys.
Mr. Murphy, you need to come with us if you want to live.
Seriously?
Just kidding. What was going on in there? You know the drill.
Why do so many people around you end up dead?
Well, everybody dies, eventually.
But not all at once. Did you kill Margaret Leonard?
Oh, yeah. And what happened to her head? Let's see. Behind my ear, yes.
But we keep walking in on you with all these dead bodies. You must be the unluckiest guy in the world.
Whoever offed Margaret Leonard either hated her guts or was completely bonkers. I mean, why would someone decapitate her?
I don't care why, I just want to know who.
Wait a second, how do we even know it's Margaret Leonard? I mean, maybe that's why they took the head.
Yeah, that might have worked 100 years ago, but now we've got apps for that. We've already got a positive ID.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? I mean, kind of working together, bouncing ideas, sharing information. I mean, what if I said I had some information might help your investigation?
I'd say you were withholding evidence.
No, I said I might have something.
No, you said you had something that might help.
Yeah, oops. Look, Danwich, you seem like a stand-up guy, and I know you don't want any vigilantism, so I'll play it by the book. I think I have video that might have been shot by the guy who killed Margaret Leonard. I'm just gonna hand it to you. I hope you'll cut me some slack.
It's on your smart, Alex? Let's have it.
The guy in the video's Mason Bowers.
And this is the guy you think was abducted. The problem is there's no evidence of anyone being abducted, so I can't investigate. My hands are tied.
Well, mine, as you see, are not.
I may have seen this guy before, on some kind of surveillance video.
A surveillance video, you say?
The video could have shown you in your apartment talking to an elderly lady. There may have been another man there as well, a mutant of some kind, who might have jumped you. The elderly lady, in theory, could have appeared to have injected you when you were restrained. In the ensuing struggle, you might have been knocked out on the fire escape.
And when would Bowers have shown, hypothetically?
Right after you were knocked out, tore through the apartment in pursuit of the old lady.
So everything that I've told you matches up, and we're both looking for Mason Bowers.
Are you familiar with a program called VCT, Vehicle Compliance Tracking? All cars come with sensors that report when one is out of compliance. For example, when you have your right front headlight shot out, if you could access the VCT database, which is illegal and highly inadvisable, you would find a list of all vehicles with the right front headlight shot out. If you could provide more information on the vehicle, you can access an ID and an address from the registration.
Any chance this might have been the vehicle seen in the Maldonado surveillance video?
I gotta get back to work, Murphy. If you got questions, ask them. And then stop wasting my time with this speculative nonsense.
Okay, only 4. That won't take too long.
A speeder with a broken headlight on the front passenger side? No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I like your style.
That's Margaret Leonard? I'll have to take your word for it. Don't recognize the face. Sorry. I know who Zach Williams is, and who his associates are. I'd advise you to keep your distance.
As soon as I got back from the new San Francisco Police Department, I had an urgent message from Rook. It seems Rook had a soft spot for Margaret and wanted to bring her some justice. He told me he had another interested party in the Tesla cache, a Count Saint Germain, who was staying at the Golden Gate Hotel. Maybe he could divulge some answers.
One hears a great deal about Tex Murphy on Chandler Avenue. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Word is you're a big fan of Nikola Tesla, or at least his stuff.
Yes. Your local pawn shop has a remarkably extensive offering of Tesla paraphernalia. Certainly the largest cache I've found this side of Belgrade.
You mind if I ask what your interest is in Tesla?
I gather you're at least somewhat familiar with the story of the Tesla cache? I believe some of the items Rook has were part of the Tesla cache, but he refuses to divulge how he obtained them. I presume from Margaret Leonard, or some third party who got them from her.
Shocking. Rook normally would cut off his right arm if he thought somebody'd buy it.
I've spent many years searching for something. My hope is to find a clue as to its whereabouts in Tesla's letters or journals. But the trail has led me here. Tell me, Mr. Murphy, do you know the name J.T. Donnelly?
Yeah. I mean, I just heard about it, but he was a PI, and he lived around here back in the 1940s.
At the Ritz, in the very room in which you now live. An intriguing connection.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting and maybe a little weird, but it's not a connection.
But it's so much more than that. Back in Donnelly's time, there was a man known as the Sleeping Prophet, Edgar Casey. He made a compelling case for the belief that most of us have lived past lives.
You're losing me.
Come now. You've said on more than one occasion that you felt as if you'd been born a century too late. A man out of time, as it were. Tell me, do you have disturbingly realistic, vivid dreams of another era?
What? You know about my dreams? I must be getting incredibly broad-minded in my old age. So what are you saying? I was J.T. Donnelly in a former life?
We could explore that possibility, but first, have eggs ever appeared in your dreams?
Oh, I love eggs, of course. Poached, over easy, scrambled. I mean, they're certainly nature's wonder food.
There are affordable accommodations in better parts of the city. Something could have been drawing you specifically to the Ritz. Don't you agree?
Yeah, cheap rent. Could you maybe help me out with these memories? Help me interpret these dreams?
If you could find this egg, or even put me on its trail again, I have certain techniques, such as regression and channeling, that could help you recall past events. And, I should add, the egg is worth a fortune. Which I would gladly pay.
We talk for a few minutes longer, but I tell him I need to get back to the case. This is way beyond my comprehension. Mystical eggs? Mind regression? Past lives? It's boggling. Margaret spoke of an egg being held by a religious fanatic who prays. Was it the Tesla egg I found in the wall at the Ritz? If so, it would have been there for over 100 years. Does it have some sort of channeling power from the person who possessed it? Well, Mason Bowers is still the key. I need data for the VCT so I can find out who kidnapped him. Better start asking around.
Time for some good old-fashioned detective work. You should talk to potential witnesses and see if they know anything about the suspicious vehicle involved with the abduction.
Okay, we will do that in our next episode.